Hey guys, it's Frank from Pond King Fishing, and today I just wanted to go over a couple of the jigs that I use for bass fishing and show you the trailers I use and just pretty much do a little quick overview of my favorite jigs and just show it to you all. So we got first, I've got this Strike King bitsy bug, and this one is like a green pumpkin with a red skirt. It's got a Keitech paddle tail on the back, and this is a 3-inch and I cut it down. I used just the very end of it like so, but yeah, this thing's got a lot of action in the tail. It looks really good in the water and fish can't resist this thing. It comes in a variety of colors. This is my favorite right here, but it also comes in a white with a red skirt and it's got a red hook in it. They call it bleeding something, but it's really cool looking. I also got that with a Keitech on the back. This one works really good as well, and I do this like a slow hop. I just twitch, let it fall, twitch, let it fall. And I've got this paired with a little Yum crawfish, blue-black crawfish trailer, and the other crawl actually got taken off by a fish when my son caught it on there. But yeah, these things look really good in the water, and this is it right here, the trailer that I use for that. But it's Yum, and I think you can get these for a couple dollars at Walmart. But the jig itself, these are 1/8 ounce, and you can throw them on lighter tackle. I actually throw this with my BFS gear, but these things are great, man. And if you're just getting into jig fishing, these are perfect. But yeah, so here's the Keitech trailer that I use, and I trim it down to about right here, and I just slip it over the hook. And also we have this saltwater assassin. This is a really cool color. I use this one as well. But yeah, it's like these are really cool, and they got a lot of action in the tail. Looks great. These are, I believe these are from Jigs, and I don't remember what they're called, but they work pretty good as well. It's just another paddle tail, but my favorite hands down is that Keitech. Keitech is the best. I mean, they're not super durable, but they've got really good colors. This is like a sexy shad color. Works really great, and it's an awesome jig trailer. Next, we're going to go to my absolute favorite, and it is a swim jig. I love these things. It's like the all-terrain vehicle of jig fishing. On this one, it's like a bluegill pattern. This is a 1/4 ounce, or I'm sorry, this one is, I want to say this one is a 1/2 ounce, and I have it paired up with a Yum. Here, I'll show you it. I have it off the hook. I have it paired with this Yum crawfish trailer, and it looks really good. It like matches perfect, and these claws actually move really good in the water. It's got a lot of action, but you can get these at Walmart. The jig itself I got from Dick's Sporting Goods, and these things are awesome. They have like the perfect size head. The weed guard is awesome on these things, and the hook is super stout on there. The Strike King bitsy bugs, their hook is, I mean, it's pretty durable, but it's flimsy. So just keep that in mind. This is good around structure. The Strike King bitsy bugs are not so much, but yeah, this is I believe it's a Googan Squad, I want to say. 6 Cents also makes one that I absolutely love, and I lost my last one fishing at the sand pits. I lost it on a log, but those things are great too. But yeah, the Googan Squad swim, it's the Googan Squad swim jig. Love this thing, highly recommend it. I just got this the other day from Dunham Sports. This is a Berkeley swim jig, and it looks really good. Got a good weed guard, very stout hook. The color is, it's like an orange and red and black, really cool looking. Then I have that paired up with it's a Strike King Rage Craw, but it's the mini Strike King Rage Claw. So here, I'll show it to you. And these little claws, they have a ton of action in them, and they look great. Highly recommend this. Next, we have, this is a Strike King swim jig. This one, I don't really throw it too much because it's super heavy. It's over 1/2 ounce, but I don't really throw this one too much. I'm more of a light jig person. I like 1/4 ounce, 1/8 ounce, 3/8 ounce. Those are the jigs that I like to throw. I'm not really into anything over 1/2 ounce. Not really my thing, but you know, everybody's different. This one I have with it's the Yum, I believe this is the Yum Christie Craw, I want to say, but yeah, that's a blue-black one. I haven't really caught anything on this jig, but I don't throw it that much. Next we'll go down here to football jig. This is a Strike King, and it's got an awesome skirt on it. The skirt looks really good. Football jig, you want to throw this around like rock piles and like offshore structure. That's what these football jigs are designed for. They go through just about anything. But yeah, I have this one, and I have a blue-black, and it's paired up with it's a Yum Craw. I like the Yums because they're cheap. You know, I go through a lot of trailers, and when you're spending your own money buying these things, Yum is probably, I mean, they look good and they don't cost very much, so I mean, it's an efficient way to do it. Next we'll go down here. I have these are Strike Kings as well. They have a pretty stout hook on them, but also they have a rattle on them, which is cool, and I have it in a variety of colors here. This one's like a gold, yellow, and black. Also got the rattle, and then I have a green pumpkin. That one's got a loud rattle in it, but this one here's got a pretty stout hook in it. This is more like a flipping jig, I would say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I don't really throw these a whole lot. Like I said, I am definitely a swim jig guy. I love these things. They're the all-terrain vehicles of bass fishing. You can fish them any way. They're awesome, and definitely recommend them. But here we're gonna show you guys the trailers that I use. This is like it's kind of like a beaver tail. I forget who makes this, but it's cool color. It's June bug on top, and then red bug on the bottom. And anybody that knows me knows that I love red bug and I love June bug. I catch my most bass on these colors, and the combination together is awesome. You can actually use this on a Texas rig with a tungsten weight and just flip it out there, and it works awesome, man. This thing is great, but it works good as a jig trailer too. It's an awesome trailer. This is the Yum Craw trailer. This is just a cheap one. I got this in Florida, but it is the blue-black color. It's not the best action on the arms on this one, but it definitely works. It's cheap. This one is this is the Strike King Rage Claw in blue-black. Ton of action in the arms of this thing. These things kick like crazy. They got like these little paddle things on them, so when you pull it up to jig it, those arms are going nuts, and on the fall it jiggles too. And if the jig's sitting upright, those arms will just sit there and flap. This one is more of a chunk style, and I use this more so in the winter time. You can use it year round, but it works great when the fish aren't as active in the winter time. And these arms do less action than, let's say, this Rage Claw, but this is a chunk one. They work good in the winter time. That's mainly when I throw it. But if the fish aren't really going after the ton of action, throw this chunk one on there, and pretty much what I do is you can just rig it up real quick on there, and boom, you got you a chunk on there, and it looks really good. But yeah, fish love that little guy right there. This one I've probably caught more fish on than any other trailer I have, which is crazy because I looked at it, I was like, that's kind of weird, but think about it. It's ultra realistic looking. It looks just like a crawfish, and these arms move a lot. This is a Yum. I forget the name of it, but it is awesome. You can find it at Walmart. That's where I got it. And this color pattern goes great with this. You know, I actually have it on this Googan swim jig, and this is a great trailer for a jig. Great crawl trailer. Love it. And then we have the downsized version of that. This is Yum as well, and this works great, like, let's say on this bitsy bug. You just rig it up through there, have it come out the top, and you've got you a little crawl trailer on there. If they're feeding on crawfish, throw one of these things on and you will get smoked. This one is also yum, and this is it's just a little crawfish trailer, blue black. Works great for Strike King bitsy bug. Awesome little trailer. And then we have this one is the Strike King Rage Claw, but it's the downsized version. So here's the full size. Oh, I'm sorry, this isn't the Rage Claw. This is a yum too. My bad. But this is the Rage Claw. And this is the mini version. But awesome lure and great trailer. I have it paired up on this jig right here. Ton of action in this thing. Okay, so this one is the Yum Christie Crawl. I'm sorry. But this thing looks great too. You can't go wrong either way. I like them both. I'm not one of those people that's going to say, oh, I only use this trailer. I use them all. But, yep, then we have this, I want to say, it's a generic paddle tail, but it's got the ribs on it. And when I rig one of these up, I'll show you guys real quick. I cut the nose off. Here, I'll show you. But, see, I just cut the nose off so it's flush like this. And then what I'll do, make sure it's going the right way. Sorry. I'll run the hook through here a little ways and have it poke out like that. Boom. Tell me that thing doesn't look good. And it swims awesome. Actually, I think I might use this tonight. It's going to be my go-to. Haven't tried this jig yet. I've used the other ones that have the rattle, but I haven't tried this one. So, yeah, that's super easy to rig up, guys. If you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment down below, and I'll make more videos for you about that. But my number one go-to as far as a paddle tail trailer is definitely the Keitech. These things are amazing. They're scented with like squid or something. It doesn't smell the greatest, but they look awesome. And I caught a 6.3 pound largemouth bass on, it was a 1/4 ounce. It was my Googan Squad, but it was a 1/4 ounce. This one, I believe, is a 1/2 ounce. I had a 1/4 ounce one of those in the bluegill pattern, and I threw one of these on. I trimmed it up to about, just bit the nose off, let it hang out the back, and was just letting it go. I was jigging the rod tip, letting it fall. Jigging the rod tip, letting it fall. Every once in a while I give it a double jig, let it fall. Bass came out of its structure, smoked it, and that was my best largemouth bass this year. And I didn't have to have real heavy tackle. I actually use, here I'll show you guys what I use over here real quick. Excuse my mess. This is my baby right here for my jigs. This is my Shimano SLX DC. I have 30-pound Daiwa J-braid on here, and this is a 7-foot medium heavy Falcon Evo rod. It is awesome. But yeah, I got this at Walmart. It was in the clearance aisle. I paid 30 bucks for it. It's normally a $100 rod, and I absolutely love this thing. It is a tank. This is my all-around rod right here. I pretty much use this thing for everything. But for the Strike King bitsy bugs, I'll show you guys what I have for that. I have a little bit stouter of a rod than this one, but this is my Shimano Outer Baron, and I have 8-pound spider wire on there right now. And this is my 7'1" Phoenix Featherlight rod, and it's a light rod, but it goes up to 3/8 ounce is what it recommends. The tip's a little soft, but I still catch a lot of fish on this thing with the 1/8 ounce jig, so it works for me. But I don't know, guys. So anyways, that's my jig video, and if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment, and I'll be glad to answer your questions. And yeah, everybody have a good day. Get some tight lines out there, and stay away from the heat. It's really hot out there right now. I'll be heading out this evening probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock once it cools off a little bit. But yeah, jigs. They definitely work. I catch a lot of bass on them. It's all about the retrieve. My favorite is you give it a twitch with the rod tip, let it fall, twitch, let it fall, double twitch, let it fall until you start getting bites. Vary your speed retrieval. I don't retrieve it really fast at all. I do actually really slow retrieve year round, and it works for me. So anyways, tight lines guys, and we'll see you later.